Hey everybody, it's just my opinion, Bob, and it's December 4th, 2024. I'm going to do a little something different today in my video. I'm not going to really demonstrate a guitar, I just want to show you something. I've been working on my collection over the past year, and the thing that's been different in the past year with my collection, when I would find a guitar I felt I had to have and would sell one, what's different this year was the copies. I was exposed to copies and the copies that are coming out of China of outrageously expensive guitars. And I kind of got the bug for those. And they're just novelties. And I just wanted to try them, see what they're all about. And they do a pretty good job of appearing to be like the genuine article, and appearance only. And I expected that. I didn't expect it to be like a real one, a genuine one. But along with that, I wanted to say the market has really changed, in my opinion. Now, maybe it's different where you live. I'm in close to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. Entertainment is all over the place down here. The musicians are all over the place. A lot of equipment is sold on Craigslist and in Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. Equipment trades all the time. But the past year, yeah, not really so much. I see the same old stuff on there, and the stuff is just not moving. Um, I don't know. Maybe you all have different experiences than what I do, but I have always found my best deals are from private individuals. That's what I've always gotten a deal I felt comfortable with and satisfied with. I enjoyed the guitar I got. Everything was always from a private individual. So it would be either Marketplace or Craigslist. Very seldom, and it would have to be a product I would be able to see locally, because very seldom I got what I thought I was going to get when I would do an online thing and get it shipped, because it's such a roll of the dice. What's an excellent condition to one person could be mezza in your opinion. So it's all over the board. It's all different, and that's just how people feel about their products and how they rate things. So that's that. Aside from that, um, I don't know a bigger seller of instruments than of used instruments, I should say, than Guitar Center. Now, I know a lot of you will say Reverb or eBay or different online factions, but I got to tell you, you can say what you want about Guitar Center, and there are a lot of people that hate Guitar Center. They'll say the personnel are not good. You can say that about any business. You can go to a hamburger joint and say, well, that personnel is no good, or some Ruth Chris Steakhouse and say, oh, the service was like. There's going to be a mix of people in any job. You just hope you get somebody you can relate to and helps you, and you have that connection with, like all you had that connection with me. Right. uh, so anyways, I got to tell you, that's where I've also gotten my best deals from. I don't think for used equipment, I'm going to talk about guitars right now, and for me it's basically acoustic guitars. There is not a better place that I've found than Guitar Center. They have probably the largest stock of used equipment, which is very dangerous. As you probably already know, and most of you know, Guitar Center is in a lot of trouble. They are extremely deep in debt. They are taking out loans. They are taking out loans just to pay the interest on the loans they've taken out. And that's how bad they are. Guitar Center is owned by an investment company, and if you know anything about the market and how investment companies work, it's buy, strip, and sell. That's how it works with an investment company. And I play the market quite a bit, so I see this happen to a lot of businesses. And it's just the clock is just ticking. It's just a matter of time. And unfortunately, I honestly feel Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, is going to fall this way. Musician's Friend and Guitar Center are the same company. And I think we're going to see it fall like that. And when it does, it'll be a shame. Now, is there other stores that handle the kind of equipment that they do? Oh, definitely. You have Sweetwater, you have Z-Sounds, you have Samic, you have all these different stores that carry brand new equipment. there's no shortage of that. It's hard them selling some of this new equipment because nothing's really going right now. But as far as the used market, yeah, I mean, Guitar Center, you could find a used guitar. I'm on the East Coast. You could find a used guitar on the West Coast, and it might be something you want to try. And Guitar Center's charging what, $25 to ship it. I don't know what you can ship for that amount of money. I certainly can't. And then what do they do? They give you 45 days. They give you 45 days to try that thing out, play with it, see if it's exactly what you want. If it's not, take it back to a local Guitar Center and just turn it in and say it wasn't for you and you got your money back. How do you beat that? And maybe that's why they're in the trouble they are. I honestly think the used equipment could really end up hurting them because they are pretty deep in it in all aspects. There was a big chain called Daddy's Junky Music back in the 80s. I don't know if they made it into the 90s or not. Maybe they did. They were like Guitar Center. The places were huge. They would buy old supermarkets or drugstores that went out of business and use that as their store and fill it, just like Guitar Center. It was a potpourri of musical instruments. It was outstanding. And then they went belly up, and they went belly up because they got overfilled with used equipment. Used equipment buried them. You'll see a lot of stores now are no longer buying used equipment, especially the mom and pop shops. They can't. And then you got to look at what they're giving you and the prices. You know, they're working on a 40% markup. So you've really got to take a beating if you want to sell your guitar to them. And a lot of people do. And some people just sell it because it was given to them or somebody had it and they just want to get rid of it. And I mean, you know, and they got to they'll turn around, the shop will turn around and sell it and make a profit. And that's what it's for. They're in business. So, but as far as an individual like myself that just looks for a deal, because I like a deal. Yeah, I got to say, Guitar Center has the best selection, and the prices are very reasonable. And you get to try it and play it. And if you don't like it, you send it back. But you're going to be completely, if you like it and you like the price you got it for, that's a home run. That's what it's all about. And a lot of times you can't do that with a lot of these other places. Reverb, man, that's, I don't know, eBay, it's a roll of the dice. Maybe you've had excellent luck. Maybe you've gotten excellent deals. I have myself, but it's been few and far between, I'll tell you. But in this past year, getting back to these copies, this is something else I've noticed. When I go to sell a guitar to make room for something else, usually it's no problem. I've bought my guitar right, so I can sell it right. And people are thrilled to get it when I sell it. They love it. Everything's I only get it if it's in A1 condition. They're thrilled. They're thrilled with the price. No problem. But not so with this past year. I've been having a problem when I want to get something. I can't sell a guitar. And I don't know why. It's just a different, it's a different market. I figured out why. I finally got it, but and I can't understand it, but I'm going to explain it to you. Here's a guitar. This is a Samic. This is a Samic's top of the line guitar. It's a beauty. It's a Edelman spruce solid top, solid rosewood back and sides, piano gloss finish on the body, satin neck mahogany. You have your scarf joint at the base of the neck. Other than that, it's all one piece all throughout here. You have the flame maple binding all around the edges. You have real Grover tuners. You have real abalone inlay. You have a real bone nut and a bone saddle. You have the bone bridge pins. You have an ebony bridge, and you have rosewood or ebony fretboard. This guitar is a home run. It's an all solid wood guitar. Where can you get an all solid wood guitar for $400? I bought this used. I bought this used from Guitar Center. I don't know. I can't find an all solid wood guitar for $400. It's unheard of. And with this kind of quality, unbelievable. I paid at Guitar Center, I paid $210, $220 shipped, all in, taxes and everything for this guitar. It's an excellent, excellent shape. It's a 2017. They no longer make this model anymore, but this was their top of the line. It's an AS. It's an ASDR/N. The AS stands for all solid, and the D is for dreadnought, and the R is for rosewood. And it's in a natural finish, and it is a true champion. It's one of the finest guitars I've played. I looked for it for a long time. So anywho, I had this. I had to put this for sale because there was something else I saw that I wanted to get, and I listed it on Marketplace. I listed it on Craigslist, and I listed it for $300 with a deluxe bag. And I mean a deluxe bag. It's one of the ones with the 16 pockets. You can put everything in there, your old camping supplies and your books and everything else. Very, very nice. So $300 with the deluxe gig bag. Where are you going to find it? It's got the, as I mentioned, it has the real Grover tuners. It's not the knockoffs or the fake. These are the real McCoys. And also it has this great technology. If you'll notice the strings, you see how the strings come straight down, almost straight down to that nut? That's a great feature in these Greg Bennett guitars. It's a great feature. It takes a lot of that stress off. And I'll show you on the other guitar how different it is. But excuse me. I think that's a super feature. So anyways, I had this listed. And I tried and tried and tried, and nothing. I didn't even get an offer. Somebody didn't even say, Bob, I'll give you $100 for it. Nothing, nothing. So I listed a few more guitars. I listed my Gretsch. I listed, I listed an Alvarez, an MD60, very, very popular guitar. I had just bought it. It's brand new, still got the tags on it, got the original shipping box, everything. It's brand new. They sell for almost $1,000 on Guitar Center or Musician's Friend, or at Sweetwater, $1,000 guitar, beautiful guitar. It's the electric version with the cutaway. I put it on Marketplace and Craigslist for $550. Didn't get one single, it's brand new, didn't get one single response. Nobody even said, I'll give you $100, nothing, nothing. So I said, something's wrong. How can I not be selling these things at such great prices? I said, you know what, let me try something. So I put this thing on there. And do we know what this is? This is a knockoff. It's a copy. It's a copy of a Gibson Dove, all right? And they're all over the place. Appearance-wise, when you look at this and go to Sweetwater or Musician's Friend or any of those places, bring up Gibson Dove, you'll see that this is what it looks like. Does this sound like a Gibson Dove? Is it built like a Gibson? No, no way, not at all. It's far from it, but it looks like it. And if you want to hang it on the wall and say, oh, that's a pretty looking Gibson Dove, well, then it served its purpose. But if you need it to duplicate a Gibson Dove, buy a Gibson Dove if that's what you want. And if you can't get a Gibson Dove, get an Epiphone. Again, the Epiphone won't be all solid. The Epiphone will just be solid top. So in comparison, this is a solid top, wood, who knows what kind, and it's laminated back and sides. But it is a solid top, and it's laminated back and sides. It's got the fake Grovers on it. And these Grovers are, they're imitations, and they're better than the cheapest tuners I've ever seen, but so-so. The bridge and the fretboard appear to be blackwood or a type of rosewood, maybe that Atlanol or whatever they call it. It's got the Fishman knockoff preamp in it. It's a nice guitar. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice guitar. It's as good as it's close to any Epiphone that you would buy. It's a nice, it's very similar to an Epiphone, but it's not a Gibson. All right. So anyhow, and these are, I don't know, you can get them for under $400. So let's say three, whatever, right in there. So I put this on, and I advertise it as a copy. I said it's not a Gibson. This is a copy. As soon as I listed it, within 10 minutes, I've gotten 15 replies. Nobody says, I'll give you $100, I'll give you how much you want for it, I'll pay whatever you want. Wait a minute. I said, it's a copy. I don't care. Why would somebody want this for $400 when they could have an all solid for $300? It doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe until I start thinking about it, and maybe most people have the guitars they want and they just want a novelty, like I bought it as a novelty. I don't know. But man, the used guitar market is in a sad state right now. I look at Craigslist and Marketplace. Like I said, I see the same old stuff on there all the time. So I really don't know what the answer is. And maybe you do, but I can't figure it out. All I know is if I list a copy, man, they go like that. People got to have that copy, even though I'm telling them it's a phony baloney. It's nowhere near the build quality. I tell them all the specs on it, what it really is, and they don't care. They're just thrilled to have it. And are they thrilled to have it because it's the novelty? I don't know. Me, myself, I'd rather have the nice guitar, but I guess not everybody does. So that's the end of 2024, and I don't see 2025 looking any different because, boy, there's a lot of copies coming in from China right now, and the market's really getting soaked. But I've also told you in the past videos, there's also some excellent guitars coming in from China, from Alvarez, from Fender, from Washburn, from oh my gosh, the list just goes on. There's a lot of quality guitars coming in from China. They're building a quality product. I don't know how the prices are going to be after in the new year with the new administration and everything, but we'll have to wait and see. But for me, you know, and there's some super deals at Guitar Center. I saw them listing a Gretsch electric the other day, brand new. I think it was the 5300 series for $350. Man, I don't see them go used for that price. So you can tell the market's hurting. COVID's over. Not everybody's buying guitars, and whoever did buy them has a bunch. And I don't know what these guys do with huge collections, with guys with 50, 100 guitars. Are they just storing them for what? What are they going to do with them when they got to move them? I don't know. So, well, that's enough of me blabbering. I just wanted to get that out and show you my my outtake. But I hope Guitar Center stays around forever because I love doing business with that place. They have the greatest selection, the greatest variety, and you can find some surprises sometimes when somebody lists something wrong or somebody makes a mistake on there. Keep a sharp eye and you can get it. So that's it. Until then, I'll talk to you in the new year. So, Merry Christmas.